shrinking the house and loving it. Loving it after a wicked training session. Got my lady companion friend's son, so I'm training him in the gym. And yeah, again, it's giving back, right? I got to show people what I've learned over the decades on how to stay in shape. So there's a lot to learn when it comes to weight training, a hell of a lot to learn, just like there is in the hobby of HiFi. Now, where I'm going with that is I want to talk about how I really feel about the hobby overall in general. Again, I don't see anyone talking about this kind of stuff. So to me, there's a lot of hobbies, guys. Like collecting, these kinds of things, passions for artwork like I have. People collect stamps, buy, sell, do that, vintage equipment, vintage furniture, all this kinds of stuff. And there's a lot to be said about it. There's a way to master the market, to become so knowledgeable about the market that it doesn't cost you any money, man. You play for free. And it just so has it that that's what's happened for me. I've made a lot of money in this hobby. Okay, I've lost nothing. And again, it's taken a lot of time and a lot of dedication to be able to do that and to make proper purchases. Sure, I've lost on a couple things a little bit, but I've made so much on so many more that for me, I'm just so frugal and cheap that I don't want to ever lose money on anything. Like anything. Well, that's why I don't care about furniture. Everyone says, oh, you should spend a whole bunch and get a really good one. Well, yeah, but it just ends up in the trash, right? Like artwork, audio. So to me, HiFi, if you are able to master the used market, it's one of the greatest hobbies in the world, period. I mean, what other hobby can you buy something, enjoy it for even a few years and actually sell it and get all your money back, if not more? That's what I've been able to do. So there's what other hobby can you do that with? I know my buddy is right into the bicycles, and he does the same thing. He's mastered the market. He knows what the best shocks are that everyone's looking for, and even the vintage stuff. So it's just such a joy to be able to have a hobby where you play for free. And that's what I do. Like I made a trade for the boot cart because I wanted some passives, and I'm embarrassed to even say how that went because I've come out way on top. But that's not to say that the other fellow's not happy too, because he got a superb product. Right? He got what I say it was, exactly what I say it was, for condition, functionality. So, it's just such a wonderful hobby. I mean, but there is a dark side to it, guys, unfortunately, and there's a lot of people that are in the boat where they're caught up in it and they don't really know the market that well and they can't stop themselves, man. I mean, it's affecting them in such negative ways. It's isolating them. It's taking too much time away from what's important in life. Family. It's also causing arrears. It's causing credit cards to come out. Now, these are the things that you really got to watch out for, man. It's a real disease, and it can become an addiction like anything else, and it can cause a great deal of pain and a great deal of unneeded stress in one's life. So once again, if you want to venture into this hobby, I say tread lightly, because a lot of people are going to have that thought in their mind. What if? What if I buy this and I can improve the sound? Well, I've said this many, many, many times that experience will trump money, and more money doesn't necessarily mean better. And it's one of the only hobbies where that is actually true. I don't know many other, like I always relate it to cars. If I want to go faster and perform better, I'll go from the stock Corvette to the C6 or the ZR1, and I'll get exactly that. You won't get that with HiFi. You may get something different that you actually don't like and you spend almost double on, right? So this is what I'm going to say, man. I'm going to preach it. Get on these used audio sites, Canuck Audio Mart, US Audio Mart, Audio Gone, and start playing around, man. Do your research. And I'm not saying to leave dealers out of the question, because there's some superb ones, and I have one myself. And I buy lots of stuff from them. I won't say lots, but I've bought a few items from them. And I bring those products to my channel because I believe in them. They've proven themselves to me. And the guy's become a real good friend. I want to support him in his endeavors, right? So this is what I'm saying to you. Also, if you have a budget, if you have the money, don't play around with the cheap equipment. There's just no need to do it, okay? You get what you pay for in this hobby, like you do with anything else, man. There is no such thing as a giant killer. I'm sorry. There's great products in all price points, okay? So that's like a unicorn, basically, like Ron says. They really don't exist, because there's always going to be another product that's going to compete and bring something different to the table that's still very enjoyable, that someone may like over someone else. So it's just the message of the day, man. It's a very, very dangerous hobby to get into without knowledge, and without knowledge of the used market. I really hope you watch this, anyone that's new, and just start looking at these sites. Start looking at the feedback attached to the username and see, holy cow, this guy's obviously doing something right if he's got a couple hundred feedbacks without any red flags. All green. That means the person's obviously seen a lot of equipment, and it doesn't matter if he's a flipper. Who cares? That's another skill. I don't criticize anyone that does it, because it can also cause stress. You buy something, you think you're going to make all this money, and it doesn't happen. But that's the risk you got to take, right? So as a hobby overall, it's one of the greatest in the world. Do I love cars? Absolutely love cars. I can't even install a battery. I mean, that's going a little bit overboard, but you know what I mean? I can't fix anything. I can't fix anything to do with audio equipment, but the thing is, it's easy to fit a few boxes of audio equipment than it is cars, right? You got to have room. They cost a lot of money to maintain. So like I say, there's an ask for every seat in this world. There's an ask for every seat when it comes to income on where a man's going to play in his life. So hi-fi is one of the greatest hobbies on earth. It's just for people like me that have addictive personalities that kind of switched one for the other once I got sober almost 20 years ago. I'm completely aware of that, and that's okay. That's why I started the channel, to speak the truth. Maybe it'll resonate with some other people. But guys, thanks so much for the support. I mean, a lot of you do it in more ways than one, and you know who you are. And it just goes right to the heart here. I got a lot of gratitude for my life, for the people I have in my life, for the subscribers that I have on my channel. And I'm just going to keep doing it because it's a positive channel. I don't get into anyone else's business. I just do my own thing and try to pass on information that I've learned. Some of you may already know it, and that's cool, but your comments help others. That is the goal of the channel, to help others, right? Don't worry, we got the little accessory coming for the mic for free by the DJI come, the lightning adapter that they think has failed. So if that doesn't work, I'm going to be looking for another mic that actually works with an iPhone 14. It's kind of sad, to be honest, but anyway, love you all. Like and subscribe, guys. That's my thought on the day here.